here with Rylee Haecker to preview the 2022 Concordia Women's Cross Country season, and as we record this a little over a week away from the first official meet of the season, you personally wanted to start with a little bit of background. You're coming out of Davenport, Nebraska. What kind of factored into your decision to choose Concordia for you, both academically and athletically?
Yeah, so I've always heard of Concordia. I have two older sisters, and so they were looking here, and so that also just played a part into that. But most importantly, Coach Beisel was recruiting me throughout high school, and so just already getting to know Concordia, not even being on campus, but to know it and just to know their values of just the Christian aspect that is really important to me. And so that really just drew me here, and athletically and academically. So,
what can you tell us about what Davenport is like? I know it's a small town,
Yes.
but we've had a lot of athletes come here from that area.
Yeah.
So obviously people do care about their sports too.
Yeah, definitely. So, I mean, sports is really big at the BDS community. There isn't a whole lot to do. So, I mean, you're usually working on the farm, or you're just like working everywhere, and then working in your sports as well. And so it's a really big emphasis, and you hold that very dear, like having eagles across your chest at BDS. And so it's just super important, but also coming here, you also have a different level. Like, you're used to competing hard and competing for your team and helping them succeed. And so I think just that plays a role here as well.
Well, you've been to national championships for cross country now, indoor and outdoor track. You've won All-America awards, of course, too. What have you enjoyed kind of most about those experiences of going to national events?
Yeah, it's super fun. It's crazy. I was talking to one of my teammates last year of just how running has taken me places I never thought I would go. And I think that's just the super cool experiences for sure with that, like going to Washington for cross country and then going to Gulf Shores for outdoor track. It's places I never probably would have went unless running would have took me there. So it's super cool. And then obviously with my teammates beside me through all the work that we put in, is super fun as well.
I think a lot of people probably couldn't even fathom running some of the mileage that you do as part of a cross country team. How did you find out that you enjoyed running?
I mentioned I have two sisters, and so I'm 6 years younger than my oldest sister, and so I would always watch them in their track meets and cross country, and I just wanted to be like my sisters. And so I think just eventually I created it my own, and just the love, like it's my stress reliever, but it's also just a place where I can go and just kind of be myself, but also just to be by myself with my teammates, and just it's a super relaxing environment as well, and just to go run and kind of be free in a way. So.
But when you're in the middle of a 5K race, what are some of the thoughts that are going through your head?
It varies depending on how I'm feeling. It can be anywhere from, like, most of the time it's you're almost done, like we have one more mile, or we're halfway, and so it's just like that encouragement is very big. Other times there's thoughts that sneak in, and it's like, oh, I just want to be done, which then helps having your teammates there of like why you're doing it, and ultimately for a greater purpose. So.
Right, and I'm sure you spend a lot of time with the people you run
yes.
with, whether it's distance or mid-distance for track, but how do you kind of describe that bond that you form?
Yeah, I was just talking to one of my friends yesterday of just how I've created a relationship with one of my teammates that I didn't have last year, just because I went up in mileage, and so it's super fun just getting to know them better. You're suffering through workouts and long runs together, and it's so fun just to be able, you just spark conversations that you normally wouldn't have, and so it's super fun just to get to know them in a different way.
Looking at last year for cross country, women's team was up as high as number 11 in the national poll. I know it didn't finish as a team the way you had wanted it to, but what did you maybe learn from that experience that's going to help you this season?
Yeah, I think just being patient. I think just that if those do come early, just knowing that there's still a lot left for us and like that we can give. And so I think just from learning from that, it's like those are great to know like where we stand, but also to know that you don't know what's going to happen. And so just keep working hard and keep your mind focused on what we need to be focused on.
You mentioned kind of the faith-based atmosphere being part of why you wanted to come to Concordia. What have you enjoyed kind of about that environment? How has that maybe helped you with some of the success you've had?
Yeah, definitely. We have a Bible study for a cross country team, and every day before practice we pray, and I think it's just something that you're able just to recenter of like why you do it. And just from my success from that, it's just like a platform that he's given me to be able to bring glory to his name, and I am so thankful for that. And just because I wouldn't be here without him and his grace and his strength. And so it's just super cool to see him like working through running and the ability and gifts he's given me, but also my teammates, and just to be alongside knowing that we're on the same journey of faith, and we may be in different places, but knowing that we're on the same journey together. So.
Well, I guess part of the journey this season is going to be to Jamestown, North Dakota for conference. I talked to Camden Cessna about this too, going from hopefully North Dakota to Tallahassee, Florida in a 2-week span. Have you kind of thought about what that experience could be like?
Yeah, it'll be interesting for sure. North Dakota might have, like 30 inches of snow when we're up there, so that'll be quite interesting to see how it all spans out. But I'm super excited to hopefully get to Tallahassee, where it's a little warmer and better running conditions down there. So
I've been asking too a lot of our athletes about NIL being such a topic, name, image, and likeness. What if there was one brand that you could pick that wanted to pay you to be a sponsor, a brand, an organization, a company? What would it be?
New Balance for sure. I love New Balance. I think Cindy McLaughlin, the 400-meter hurler, she is a sponsor for them, and I just think it's so cool. And I'm a New Balance girl inside and out, so I think that would be super cool.